Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my hero build series. I am Sophin. Today we're doing something a little bit different. My son is very sick. I don't have much time doing his naps. He simply doesn't nap for that long, so I have to do something a little bit different. We're doing a theory crafting video on Kallari. So, I suck at Kallari. Okay, I have trouble with her. I have trouble using her. I really struggle at being effective with her and just being effective. So I wanted to come up with a build that really makes her honed to do what she does best. And honestly, I like the idea of playing her as a harvester harasser, as a just somebody who wards the jungle like snot, somebody who really comes into 1v1s out of nowhere with a massive amount of basic attack damage and just deletes people from the game. Now, it's been a struggle to do that, and especially in the early game, just trying to get a good rotation, trying to get a good advantage in the early game, or just stay even with my team and the enemy team, being just effective, I find is really hard. So this build is, I mean, it might just work for me. I mean, I haven't even tried it yet, so I don't even know if it does, but I think I'm trying my best to theory craft a build here that works for me. Now, please I'm looking for your input. The reason why I'm doing this video is to get your input. With that said, please take into consideration my approach, my priorities here. If you want to suggest that I change priorities, do so. But just remember that this build is focus on a priority and judge it on that, not judge it on if, you know, my priority's wrong. Just tell me, maybe, like, hey, this isn't really just going to work for that priority because I think she's a little bit more effective this way, so do this and therefore do that, right? But here, okay, enough talking, let's get right into it. Early game. I did a video yesterday that I just decided I just stopped recording because it was complete trash. I was garbage. I was 34 card power and everybody was maxed. It was bad. It was really bad. The beginning of the game was disastrous. And the end game, yeah, I was actually starting to do something, but I noticed right off the bat, health is a issue when you're in the jungle dealing with camps. You can barely get through 2 camps before you're basically dead, and you have to go back. Having more than one key is really nice because you get one harvester and then you have to go back. Well, that wastes time. You're not killing the white camps that you need to level up because you can't really be in lane because everybody just destroys you anyways. So I'm like, oh, what do I do? So I thought, in order to address both of these issues, start the game off with a Stalker's Key. Basic attacks on jungle minions restore 8 health. I have yet to see how effective that will be for Kallari, but hopefully that actually makes me able to kill, you know, more than 2 white camps. Hopefully with this key, what I can do is right off the beginning of the game, either help my team get that red camp or just simply go straight to the white camps, get 2 of the white camps before that first harvester is up. I go to that harvester, plant that one, head across my side of the map to the other jungle, get that harvester because this has, right, two keys, and then I can get those other, hopefully I can get those 2 other white camps. Hopefully, you know, maybe I'll level up, maybe I get another, some more card power. I won't go back to base, but anyways, hopefully I can clear the whole friendly jungle before I go back. So, you know, maybe, you know, maybe that's going to work. Maybe that's going to enable me to get my next card here quickly and get my harvesters down very fast. So the next thing I'm going to go for here is the Brawler's Ward. I'm not sure killing 4 white camps if that gives me 6 card power to completely fill this, but it certainly will give me 3. Maybe I can get a gank in there as well. I don't know. Maybe, hopefully, maybe I can get complete this whole card here. Go into the Brawler's Ward. Obviously, wards, incredibly important, especially for a jungler. Fill us all with minor strikes. That is the damage that we need here in the early game, because the Stalker's Key really doesn't give us any. Right, that just gives us our sustain. It acts as a health potion in the jungle, kind of, hopefully, maybe. So then we go into the Brawler's Ward. At this point, hopefully, maybe you can go out, yeah, maybe get a gank, get 2 white camps before the 6-minute mark, and then maybe go to the side harvesters, right, and get those. Use your 2 keys there to get those harvesters. Do some magic, maybe, you know, in the jungles, in some ganks, and then get your next round of card points. After that, what I found in my previous games, what I'm finding with Kallari, her basic attack speed is just slow as balls. And when you are as squishy as she is, and you're sitting there waiting, whoosh, whoosh, it's like, you know, it takes forever. And I think that attack speed is actually really strong on her. So, the next card we're going to go here is right to this Wind Cover Blade. We're using 2 point upgrades here just so that we can hopefully, you know, just build that attack speed bonus faster, get these cards quicker, and get that fully upgraded bonus. So this gives us a nice amount of 22 attack speed. I think this is going to be really nice in the late mid-game, or early game, sorry, to really kick our damage up to a point where we can really get these white camps very quickly. In here, because you're going to have 1 point, upgrading this first kinetic, you're going to have 1 point extra. Then you actually go back to your health token, so your health potion, so you can actually, you know, have that as to boost your health here. That is the next card. At this point, you're going to be probably, hopefully, getting, you know, that orb, the Prime Orb Harvester. And then you can really, with this damage, I think you can safely go into the enemy jungle and take down their harvesters faster than you definitely would have before. And then also, you know, try to start warding their jungle so you can get vision of their movement. Start being really aggressive with that harvester placement, and just, you know, get them in the heel in terms of their global economy. After this, we go into the Brawler's Key. Now, this might seem a little bit strange, but the Stalker's Key really doesn't do anything for us. It gives that basic attacks on jungle minions, and it gives us 2 keys, but that's about it. 2.5 lifesteal's not going to really do anything, besides maybe a little bit in the early game. You know, it gives you 10.5 health per basic attack, so that's nice. But here in the mid game, it's going to lose its value quickly. So I'm going to replace it with this Brawler's Key for this huge amount of damage. And of course, a little bit of mana is nice as well. But you're keeping those keys because the enemy jungler, the enemy players are going to be killing your harvesters, right? You need those 2 keys really pretty much the entire game. And then once you really have the advantage, the game is over before you really, before any value comes from replacing it. So that is those 3-point strike upgrades are going to be absolutely massive. Like, that's going to be good. So that's that one. And then, just taking my notes here. Nope. Oh, good, I checked. No Brawler's Key. So we still have the Stalker's Key. So, sorry. This Wind Carver Blade, yes, 2 Wind Carver Blades right back to back. Sorry. Okay. 2 Wind Carver Blades right back to back, getting that attack speed in the early game. So basically in the mid game, sorry. Early game, the Stalker's Key, the Brawler's Ward. Mid game, getting that oh so and at least to me, in my opinion, that very, very important attack speed, the 2 Wind Carver blades right here. This one's going to really act nicely because you'll get to that initial boost of attack speed quickly because they're 2-point upgrades, and then you can really start, you know, putting down some heavy impact upgrades here with the major strikes and major kinetic. Then, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, we go back to the Brawler's Key. Now that we have that attack speed, now that we have that very critical foundation, we can go back to the Brawler's Key, get those major strikes, get that damage. This Brawler's Key replaces this Stalker's Key at this point. So this replaces your Stalker's Key. Then we go to an interesting card here that I've decided to throw in. Trader's Touch gives you a little bit of lifesteal, a little bit of cooldown. Not that interested in that. Sure, it's going to be nice, but that unique passive, basic attacks on players deal 3% of the current health as additional physical damage. I want to try it out. I really do. 3%, basically free damage on the enemy team, is going to really, really help on every single hero, but also tanks. Tanks at this point in the early late game, definitely going to have some barrier for sure against your damage. So you need you need to start. You need something. You need at least a little bit of something, and that 3% of the current health as additional physical damage is going to really. It's going to help. I mean, 3% on a 3,000 health Sevarog? What is that? 90 additional damage? Yeah, that's good. So that is going to be really nice. Again, coupled with that attack speed, it's going to be very nice because you're going to be basic attacking more. Hopefully this pays off for those 7 card points. After that, we go into the Voidsteel Dagger because exactly what I was talking about, you need that little bit of Pierce to stay relevant against the tanks so that, you know, once you win a team fight, hopefully probably the enemy tank's still alive, just to take them down and do that damage. So the Voidsteel Dagger here, getting that physical penetration, you will have a complete total of 80. You'll have 80 physical penetration, more than enough here. You know, physical pen has very limited use because it's only functional on people that have physical armor, so if they don't, it's a wasted stat. So I decided to go with a 4-point Sinister Pierce here in the Voidsteel Dagger, and tons of damage here for that. There's the build. There's the build. In essence, the Stalker's Key acts as your health potion while giving you the 2 Harvester keys. So you can get your 2 Harvesters right off the bat. Hopefully, I'm hoping you can get the 4 white camps off the bat. Hopefully this is going to be enough. I'm with the lifesteal and 8 health on per basic attack. Hopefully, I'm not sure. Haven't tested that out. After that, you go to the Brawler's Ward. You just need it. You need the ward. You have to. Upgrading with the 1-point minor strikes gives you a good amount of damage, and you get the fully upgraded bonus just like that. Also, you can move on to your next card here. Hopefully in the hopefully in the late early game, definitely by the mid game, getting this kinetic, which is so important for Kallari. A little bit of it there, the kinetic 2-point upgrade, and then the two strike upgrades there. Then going again into the Wind Carver Blade, a little bit more oomph in this card with the 3-point upgrades. Again, that major kinetic going to be very, very powerful. Now that you have the foundation done over with the mid game, you're just a monster here, and we go back to the Brawler's Key just because that Stalker's Key really doesn't do anything for us here in the mid game. 2.5% or 2.5 lifesteal really doesn't do anything, and that 8 health on jungle minions is pretty much negligible. So we need to replace it because we still need those keys. We still need those keys. People will still be destroying our Harvesters, and we definitely need to keep harassing theirs. So we get this Brawler's Key, full on damage from here on. This, followed by the Trader's Touch, so that little bit of 3% health here can start really having effect on their high health heroes, and then finishing it off with the Voidsteel Dagger, a little bit of Pierce, so you can stay relevant against armored opponents. Quick overview, there you go. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let me know down in the comments what you think about this build. Remember, my priority here of a very high harass jungler that dives deep into the enemy jungles, harassing their harvesters, warding them heavily, taking out theirs. You're like cutting the heels of the global economy and providing that vision for your friendly team so that they can, you know, hopefully you can, you know, be a part in some team fights, right? Your friendly team is basically doing a 4v5. So you need to have that vision, that global economy, to be as effective as another hero. Hopefully with this build, with these wards, with the keys, with the damage, with the trying to focus on being in the enemy jungles, hopefully this does it. Let me know if this is even an appropriate strategy, if this is even an appropriate, you know, focus to use on Kallari. This is how I'm feeling her. This is how I have to try it. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Please let me know. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike. Please share it with the community. Please subscribe. If you like this comment or this content, I want to do it for you in the future. 85% of you aren't subscribed. I know that. So please let me know down in the comments why you aren't. Maybe I can make something better for you as well. So till next time, like always, ladies and gentlemen, take care.